In this morning's Breakfast Bible Bytes, we will look at some principles that we as Christians should be aware of before tomorrow's Senate hearing. As Christians, even though we may be tempted to spout our opinion, let the words we mouth be those that are in keeping with the Word of God. On this side of the cross of Christ, we are no longer condemned through the penalty imposed by the law, yet the godly principles that form the law haven't changed. For our God is unchangeable. It is God's desire that His children adhere to those principles set forth in His holy word. Jesus lays out the principles for accusations in Matthew 18:16. Take one or two or more witnesses with you, so that by the testimony of two or three witnesses every fact may be established. And this principle is reiterated more than thrice by the Apostle Paul in the epistles. Reading from 2 Corinthians 13:1, "This is the third time I'm coming to you," he says. Every fact must be established by the testimony of two or three witnesses. The following principles have been ferreted out from an article by Bob Russell Ministries and are presented here verbatim. We begin with earthly justice, which is important to God and should be extremely important to us, according to Isaiah 61:8. For I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and wrongdoing. Justice should be administered with complete disregard for status, according to Leviticus 19:15. Do not pervert justice. Do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. Those in leadership positions should be thoroughly vetted, and any accusation against them should be taken seriously according to 1 Timothy 3:2 and 7. Now the overseer must be above reproach. He must also have a good reputation with outsiders so that he will not fall into disgrace and into the devil's snare. Justice is always to be administered quickly, according to Ecclesiastes 8:11. When a sentence for a crime is not quickly carried out, the hearts of the people are filled with schemes and do wrong. To testify against a person is a very serious matter, entailing responsibilities of truthfulness and penalties for falsehood, according to Proverbs 19:5. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. There must be at least two witnesses to a violation of the law. An accusation by just one witness is not sufficient to convict, according to Deuteronomy 19:15. One witness is not enough to convict anyone accused of any crime or offense that they may have committed. A matter must be established by the testimony of two or three witnesses. The testimony of a witness is to be subject to cross-examination and corroboration, according to Deuteronomy 19:16 through 18. If a malicious witness takes a stand to accuse a man of a crime, the two men involved in the dispute must stand in the presence of the Lord before the priests and the judges who are in office at the time. The judges must make a thorough investigation. Anyone guilty of making a false accusation is to receive the punishment commensurate with the one who would have been administered to the accused, according to Deuteronomy 19:18 through 19. If the witness proves to be a liar, giving false testimony against his brother, then do to him as he intended to do to his brother. Those found guilty are to be punished without mercy. It is up to God to grant mercy, but human judges are to administer justice. Deuteronomy 19:19 through 21. You must purge the evil from among you. The rest of the people will hear of this and be afraid, and never again do such an evil thing, that an evil thing will be done to you. Show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. In America, we still have and hold dear the presumption of innocence, where the burden of proof is on the accuser.